Well, I met Jodie about a decade ago through shared service on the Baylor College of Medicine board, and immediately gravitated to him.
When you meet him, first of all, you never forget him. And in my case, I don't remember when I first met Jodie Jiles. It seems as if I've known Jodie Jiles since birth.
Jodie and I go way back, and I first met him through the Texas Business Leadership Council. I'd heard of him, he's legendary around the state, but we got to know each other through the executive committee of that group and really enjoyed getting to work together.
I met Jodie 13 years ago as a public finance attorney here in Houston, and it was clear from when I first met him that he did not care if you were the most junior lawyer in the room or senior partner. He treated everyone with the same respect and kindness.
When I first arrived here 9 years ago, it was a little bit of a turbulent time for the school, and Jodie went out of his way to make me feel comfortable. He wanted me to feel part of the organization, and he knew there was a lot of challenges at the time, and so it was really great. He sort of took me under his wing and took care of me, and I'm eternally grateful for that.
Jodie has been a pioneer, particularly in business in Houston. And what has inspired me is that while he has been a first in many cases, which has made him a celebrity, he has never been haughty about that. And he has always been available to Houston's underclasses. I think that has inspired me as much as anything.
Jodie is a good mentor in a sense of teaching you how to treat other people. When you're in the room with Jodie, he makes you think that you're the only person in the room. And also how he would always recognize people's contributions. That, to me, is his personal relationships. How he treats people is really what differentiates him.
Jodie Jiles is one of my closest friends in all the world. We traveled together, we visited together, we prayed together, we cried together. We have entered many projects together. Jodie always has a project, a challenge, a dream about something in this world.
He is such a faith-forward person. He leads with his faith. And to me, that's very refreshing and impressive for someone to be so confident in what they stand for.
Jodie's a great member of the church. We love him dearly here at his church, Windsor Village. You know, in the African-American church tradition, it's not unusual for someone to applaud during a sermon or stand up. Jodie is that kind of support system, if you would. He is a one-person support system.
I got to know him over the years and learn more about him, and he quickly became a friend and mentor. When my nomination was being considered for Port Commission by the Harris County Commissioners Court, I immediately asked Jodie to come and speak on my behalf. He spoke, he said he spoke from the heart, and his words meant a great deal to me. He took an interest in my career trajectory when he didn't have to.
He and his wife, Sunny, are fun people, terrifically fun. I've never been with them. You don't laugh, you don't learn, you don't grow. They're just folks that draw people to them.
I had some relationships with Sonny Jiles, and I first met Jodie as Sonny's husband. That says something about Jodie, that he didn't make himself known as a well-known corporate person. He simply made himself known as Sonny's husband.
One of his big sources of strength is his wife, Sunny. And to see those two interact is great. And I think Sunny clearly belongs as part of this recognition. If you're going to recognize Jodie, you need to recognize Sunny too.
During some board meetings, Jodie might have a tendency to be a bit intense. I've seen more than a few occasions where the presenter is making a presentation. Then he or she comes to the end of the presentation and Jodie raises his hand.
He'd raise his hand and say, Mr. President, I have just one last little question to ask of you. And I knew that would be a 15-minute battle from then on.
Jodie's questions are sometimes almost embarrassingly penetrating.
One thing is now that he's moved on to the University of Texas Regents, our board meetings are a lot shorter. But he was the one that always asked the probing question and always kept us on our toes. So I have great respect for him. He understands the role of a board, and he was a fantastic board member for us.
He's a role model. He's a role model for Houston and for the state. from the coordinating board in 1996 to now, and in between, all sorts of service, including leading the Texas Business Leadership Council.
Jodie has served in so many capacities. He has been tireless in his efforts with healthcare, with some of our school systems, and now to the Board of Regents of the University of Texas, which is a big job, and he'll do a great job there because he believes in our students and in giving back and mentoring everyone.
He knows the colleges, the schools, the educators, the fundraisers, to those who care about life. If somebody's in need or somebody is hurting, if Jodie can get there, he'll be at your side.
What I most love about Jodie is he is one of the most down-to-earth, kind people that you will ever meet, and that to me is what impresses me the most. Congratulations, Jodie. I'm very excited for you.
Jodie, I cannot congratulate you enough. It's an honor well-deserved, and we're all here to support you and celebrate you tonight.
Jodie, congratulations.
Congratulations, Jodie Lee Jiles. We are very proud of you, and we're happy for you. May God continue to bless you and your family and your endeavors.
I wish him the best of luck, and he deserves this award, and congratulations, Jodie. And I'm sorry, Sonny, you still got to put up with him.
I'm just privileged to know him, to follow in his wake, and to applaud him, as God has so honored this, in my opinion, great man.